Talk of a possible sweeper system. In the absence of top scorer Trevor Morley, victim of a stabbing incident last week, Jimmy Quinn continues up front with Frank McAvenny. Well, Everton have also adjusted their formation. Out goes striker Mike Newell, but not to make way for the former West Ham favourite Tony Cottee. They're both on the substitutes bench. In comes an extra midfield player, number 10 Mike Milligan, who was part of the Oldham team that reached the FA Cup semi-final last season. And the referee tonight is Mike Reid of Birmingham. And at the request of referee Mike Reid, Everton changed to their all-yellow strip rather than playing in blue. West Ham in claret as usual, with the light blue sleeves. They're playing in the first half from right to left. It's Tim Breaker with the throw. Bishop. Challenged by John Ebrell for Everton, wearing number 11. Sharp to his left. Referee's blown. Has a word with Bishop. Free kick to Everton. And forward go the big men. Watson, number 5. Keown, number 6. It's played short for McCall to strike when it hit Breaker. And that was Ebrell. McAvenny looking for Slater. That was McDonald for Everton. Pat Nevin. Gale forward to Slater. McAvenny and Quinn combining. Slater's through. Stuart Slater for West Ham. And the defender. Goodness gracious, Keown. I thought it was going to be an own goal for a minute, Trevor Brooking.
It was a good opportunity. Stuart Slater perhaps could have hit it first time. Once he had the extra touch, it enabled the tackles to come in, but it was scrambled away, and a good one-touch opening created by the West Ham team.
It's a corner to the Hammers. Tony Gale, always dangerous. McAvenny will stand deeper than him. It's Gale on the near post, and it's going to be curled in by Bishop. Foster's up there too, number 5. Out by Graham Sharp as far as Nevin. So West Ham find a gap, despite the Everton sweeper system, in the middle of the defence very early on. Here's Bishop. Oh, he's given it away. Sharp. This is Hinchcliffe, the left back. Breaker. Quinn. Sharp. McCall. Neil McDonald. Good diagonal cross, but Foster, Colin Foster, number 5 there. And here's the moment when West Ham nearly snatched an early lead. It's Quinn and McAvenny first off. McAvenny's through ball, and Slater's in here. Martin Keown comes across, and very nearly, well, he brought a save out of his own goalkeeper. Howard Kendall, the Everton manager, with sweet memories of West Ham. He played against them at the age of 17 in the cup final for Preston. Here's Hinchcliffe. Gale. Number 10, Milligan. In goes McAvenny. Now it's McDonald. A lot of good running by Everton here. And McCloskey came a tremendous distance and got there. Came to meet John Ebrell. Nevin is roaming across the pitch at the moment. Number 7. Here he is. Sharp waiting in the centre. So too is McCall. This is Milligan. And now it's McDonald. Back in again by Ratcliffe as an offside flag up. This is Chris Hughton. Got it back from Potts. Quinn. McAvenny. Slater. It's McAvenny.
One or two good early touches from Frankie Mack, and trying on that occasion, having received the ball back, Stuart Slater a curler but didn't catch it right, and in the end a bobbler for Neville Southall.
Sharp at the back.
Good free kick from Andy Hinchcliffe, whipped it in, cleared everyone, as you can see, puts it in at great pace, and there's no time to adjust, and Graham Sharp finding a bit of space, I think could have done better by heading it back across the goal. He'd be disappointed.
Quinn, Foster, McAvenny. Paris. Straight to Ratcliffe. McCall for Everton. Well, there were mistakes on both sides there in the passing. Here's Potts. Still Potts. Breaker. McAvenny. Turned back by Ratcliffe.
Good work by Stevie Potts running at the defence, and I think that's what people have to do to open up what is a very congested midfield. Here you see Stevie Potts pulling it back, just deflects off there, and Frankie Mack's shot then is blocked by David Watson.
And Sharp has turned Foster here. He's got support coming up from Ebrel. Nevin's in the penalty area. This is Hinchcliffe. Milligan. McCall to strike one, but it's going to go out for a throw-in. That's Houghton caught out by McCall, and it's going to be a free kick in a dangerous position. Watson moving across the area. Flick on! Oh, and over! Pat Nevin holds his head. That was so close. And Miklosko here was all eyes as it came across. It possibly just took a West Ham deflection off McAvenny, and Miklosko turns it over. But Everton causing difficulties again from these set plays. Still dangerous, the corner now. Keown flicks on. And West Ham will be relieved if they survive this little spell. But will they? Hinchcliffe. Away by Houghton. Paris. Milligan. Quinn. Slater. Well, what did you make of that near thing there, Trevor?
Well, Ludek Miklosko, I've seen him a number of times this year, and he is, for me, one of the best keepers throughout the league at present. And most West Ham supporters giving him a round of applause from that save, but they've seen many of them this season. He has been outstanding.
Certainly, very quick reactions. It had to be. Here's Houghton. Quinn. Bishop making a forward run here. Slater. Bishop tries to put Slater in again against Watson. Goal kick.
Stuart Slater there is, at the moment, from West Ham's point of view, the one player that, if anyone, is going to open up the sweeper system of Everton, getting a good round of applause as he jogs back. His pace, he twists and turns very well. He's playing midfield these days, but he can play down the middle, and there is a feeling perhaps if West Ham do get promotion eventually, that may be his best position.
Header was by Houghton. It's Watson here with Quinn, and Quinn gets there. Slater. Oh, good skill by Slater. Oh, Breaker couldn't reach it. Newton. Slater's giving West Ham plenty of possibilities down the left, twisting and turning at the Everton defence. And it's being well appreciated by the crowd. It's where the danger's coming from. Houghton. And McAvaney doing well to hold on there, really. Houghton again now. Onside, George Paris. And again, couldn't get any depth on the cross.
Good spell of pressure by West Ham. I mean, they've had the edge in the first 30-odd minutes, and I suppose as the home team you would expect that. Everton getting numbers back, and Howard Kendall, I'm sure, will settle for the fact that it's been goalless up to now. But the way his formation is set out, it's almost as if he would settle for the 0-0. And then Mike Newell and Tony Cottee are there on the bench if need be, if they do go a goal down. Always a risky business, though, just sitting there, holding on to a 0-0.
Billy Bonds on the West Ham front row there, making a couple of points to his players as this free kick gets taken by Gale. Header was by Foster. Now Bishop. Quinn. Bishop again. Slater. Oh, moving it about well again, but they want to play it wide. Gale. Breaker. Oh, well played, Gale. Paris! Good save. Breaker working it well with Tony Gale, and it was George Paris here, side foot, scrambled round. Corner to be taken by Bishop. Gale in the 6-yard box, nearest to the kicker. Quinn getting up. McCall just away from Slater.
West Ham's confidence growing though. Tim Breaker, Tony Gale all pushing up now.
That's a foul. McCall on Slater. Well, Foster was already up there. Gale is now going to join him. They've got Quinn in there too, of course. Well done, Southall. He came right through the crowd, but only as far as Breaker. Foster! Goal! Colin Foster scores for West Ham! At Upton Park, delighted. And Everton was standing still, really, when the ball was played back in. But what a good volley. Southall stood no chance. It's Breaker who chips the ball forward. And Foster, look at that, a falling volley, leaving the goalkeeper standing. 34 minutes gone, and second division West Ham, thanks to their number 5, are in the lead.
And you have to say it was a goal that seemed to be coming. The last 10 minutes, West Ham have been pushing forward.
A goal behind, and a long kick too, looking for Jimmy Quinn. It's found him, and that's Quinn, and he hooked it just wide.
That was close. There was no way Neville Southall would have got to that if it dipped under the crossbar. As you can see, a bit of an old-fashioned up and under. Bounces a bit high and he hits it a bit high and can't quite keep it down, but that was close.
Milligan. MacDonald. That was Houghton for West Ham. Just wonder when, if the score remains this way, at what point Howard Kendall decides to use. Quinn! Oh! He He timed the run superbly.
He'll be disappointed because he got a clean header. There it is, just drifting over the near post area, and he gets in front of his defender, and it came actually just off his left-hand shoulder and looped over the crossbar. But he's a good header of the ball, Jimmy Quinn.
And it looks to me as though Neil MacDonald is the man who will go off and be replaced by the little striker who had such a productive career here at Upton Park, West Ham born Tony Cottee, and not getting quite the reception he might like, but goodness me, he scored some goals for West Ham, and he is in fact Everton's leading scorer this season with 14, the number that he's wearing tonight.
I think par for the course of the reception when an ex-player comes back. As you can see, he's going up front with Graham Sharp, Pat Nevin reverting out wide on the right, and in fact Martin Keown is going to take up the right back position, and the sweeper system has gone.
So more orthodox now, the Everton formation, and it'll keep the West Ham defenders on their toes, that's for sure. Forward by Houghton, the linesman's flagging for offside. Jimmy Quinn. Howard Kendall made that substitution after 12 minutes of the second half. The system that he set out with really didn't work for Everton. Foster. Ebrel. Back in by Watson. Here's Cottee's first chance to test Breaker. George Paris, Frank McAvenny, into Bishop. West Ham still able to play this crisp football. Beautifully done. And McAvenny with Quinn coming in. That would have been sensational, but good interception in fairness by Martin Keown. But what a wonderful move that was by West Ham. Keown again. Nevin. Bishop. Paris. Now it's Potts coming forward. McAvenny wants it played in, but Potts delays and finds Paris instead. And they're still trying to work a position here. Potts. Milligan. In goes Breaker. He's so determined, the number 2. Good cross too, a bit behind McAvenny, but that was Houghton. Slater. Oh, fabulous! And nobody deserved it more than Slater. A magnificent goal, makes it 2-0 to the Hammers after a quarter of an hour of the second half, and I don't think I've seen a better individual performance this season by a forward player than the hour that Stuart Slater has produced here tonight. He has been absolutely tremendous, and he goes inside Keown and beats Southall. Well, that's unusual, inside the near post. 2-0 to West Ham. Trevor Brooking.
It's unusual. As you see, Dave Watson, he puts out a leg, and it's another one of those goals going through a defender, and that's why Neville Southall didn't see it too late, but Stuart Slater, as you say, thoroughly deserved.
Here's Cottee. It's always a dangerous thing for a commentator to say this, but I do feel we may be seeing an England player in the making here. I know the West Ham fans have believed this for a couple of years, but now he's on the national stage. He's showing intricate ball skills, and there, knowing exactly where the goal was, he's scored what may be the goal that commands a semi-final place for West Ham. We shall see. McCall. Keown now playing at right back, of course. Newell with Breaker. Nevin. Keown's made a forward run. Bishop to meet him. Corner. Hinchcliffe will take the corner. Keown on the near post. There's Sharp. Oh, and Cottee and Sharp. I thought Cottee was going to turn it in from right on the line there for a moment, from Sharp's initial header. But the danger's not over, because Everton have a corner on the other side to be taken by Nevin. Away by McAvenny this time. Everett. This is Nevin. Oh, George Paris. The referee says not handball. So now the scene shifts a little to Slater. There's going to be a substitution in a moment by West Ham, but did Tony Crotty come close here or not? And Kevin Keane, Trevor, to come on.
Well, Frank McAvenny worked hard this evening. Kevin Keane was sort of left out on the bench just to bring in the sweeper system, but I think at this stage a fresh pair of legs just to relieve the pressure for the defence.
Pot shaking off Cotty and finding Keane. Quinn just checking to stay onside, and he has. Two to his left as well. Slater will accept it gratefully and take on Keown. Bishop just inside him. And Everett got back as well. Slater worked it well again. He's got support here from Chris Hughton. West Ham have got about 4 players on the left wing there, one of them being Bishop. They need somebody the other way a bit now, really. Paris trying to make it a bit deeper, he does. And it's Newell for Everton finding Sharp. Could have taken that off Nevin's toe, really. As it is, it's Hinchcliffe with the cross in and the volley out from Tony Gale. 10 minutes left. Hinchcliffe. Oh, and it was Watson, and a great save by Miklosko. Point blank, in again by Hinchcliffe. A warning to West Ham that the tie is not over here. McCall. Free kick, foul by Quinn, I think, before Bishop went in, and Dave Watson wondering how the goalkeeper kept out that header. It was point-blank range. But there may be more danger here for him to deal with. It's played short. John Everett with the shot. Oh, a good one too. Bad luck. Hit it really well. But Miklosko has made another save there that they'll look back on, the West Ham fans, and add to those they've seen already this season. I mean, big Dave Watson there. Well, it was more or less straight at him, I have to say, but Newell, Sharp, Quinn, Bishop, Quinn, Slater to the left. Oh dear, it's hit John Everett, and it's given Nevin the chance for Everton. Tackle was by Hughton, then Potts. Hughton can't go that. Oh well, did the right thing really, I suppose.
Been a great signing for Billy Bonds, Chris Hughton, because he lost a key player, Julian Dix, and Chris Hughton came from Spurs and has done exceptionally well. There, of course, a familiar face, Bobby Moore, who I'm sure must be enjoying his old club's performance.
Absolutely right. Free kick to Everton. Dave Watson makes another one of those runs forward. This is Foster jumping with Sharp. Now it's Newell with Breaker on the far side. Everett. Oh, Sharp's there. And Kevin Keane trying to volley it clear. Paris. Potts. Everton keep it going with Ratcliffe. Foster again, not really away. McCall puts it back in. Foster jumps again. Breaker, really a poor clearance. Only as far as Keown. Sharp. McCall! Just fading away, but it was close. And it came with 5 minutes to go. That could have put Everton back in it.
The last 10 minutes, Everton had 2 or 3 chances that if you are going to get back here, you need to put away. And whilst it remains 2-0, the pressure is that little bit off West Ham. If you get one back, then the nerve ends begin to get a bit more shredded.
Foster still looks pretty dominant there, the West Ham number 5, I have to say, and Bishop just missed out on that tackle. Everton is still making a scrap of it. It's Nevin. And that was Newell. Watson! Oh, that's in! Dave Watson has scored. The keeper probably touched it, but Everton have got a fighting chance with 4 minutes to go. It looked as though it was on the cards because West Ham had been pushed right back and hadn't cleared their lines very well for the last few minutes. And as it came out, Dave Watson hits it left foot, and I think McCloskey got hands to it, but it went in the corner. And now an anxious time for the Upton Park fans, because that has given Everton an opportunity with 3 minutes to go to stage a belated recovery here.
As I say, this is when the nerve ends do become shredded. Supporters already whistling, and Everton just a couple of minutes to try and conjure up that extra goal.
Well, West Ham are bringing pressure back on themselves, and Billy Bonds will be anxious now. The free kick shouldn't really be taken from there, but it will be. And here's Keown. And Bishop half out. We're going to have a storming finish, I think. Newell. They really need an outlet, West Ham. Two minutes to save it, Everton. It's McCall. On by Newell. And Potts has turned it back for a corner. Well, the nerves are really jangling back there. West Ham so close to the semi-final that Everton, plus masters at recovery, are threatening to do it again. Remember what happened against Liverpool in the last minute. And Keown's in there. And back in again by Hinchcliffe, and Quinn's got to make this, and he didn't, and that's Watson. There's an appeal for hands, not given.
It really is backs to the wall, isn't it? And only West Ham supporters are looking at their watch and seemingly thinking it's stopped.
Oh, Breaker was all over the place. But here's Paris. Keane. Well, we make it a minute. This is Ratcliffe. Keown, they're packing the penalty area. Flicked on. And away by Bishop, and look at Slater. He's on his own. He's got half the field, but he's wide. And Southall is deciding to go back. It's still Slater. It's still Slater, and it's a great save by the goalkeeper's legs. That would have been the semi-final for West Ham if Slater could have put that in. Southall made a fine stop, but it has taken the play right up the other end of the pitch, which is where West Ham really need it, because we're approaching the end of the 90 minutes. And in fact, they've thrown the ball out to waste a bit more time, and Billy Bonds and Ronnie Boyce so tense there, so close to a semi-final. And it's a question now of how much time referee Mike Reid decides should be added on for stoppages. He's looked at both linesmen. And it's in one more time. And Watson's there. And they've blown. It's all over. West Ham are in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Slater, a great night, and for the fans. The second division team have done it, deservedly so, over the 90 minutes. And And what a weekend it's been in the FA Cup for London. Arsenal through, Tottenham through, West Ham through, Merseyside out, and celebrations here in the East End. A second division team playing quality football have done the job on an Everton side who left it too late.